What we tend to do when we manifest is say, I want this certain thing on this particular date or by this particular time. We've created the concept of time. The universe doesn't work with the concept of time. By speaking the same language as the universe and removing ourselves from the concept of time when we're trying to draw things in, we ironically magnetize them quicker. And when we move into a driving force that's way beyond ourselves, we see power in what already exists over the things that we're trying to bring in, because we're essentially opening ourselves up to the way in which the universe wants to bring it to us, because it's not going to happen exactly as we think it's going to happen, as exactly as our ego tells us it should happen. You know, the best energy we can and will ever work with is our present. It isn't rigid. It doesn't have very structured and ordered approach to the way it lives in the same way we do, in that we have kind of routines and rituals and schedules in our day-to-day life. Energy shifts and transitions are happening all around us at all times. We just need to be as open to that flow and as healed to make us receptive of that energy and to actually utilize that energy. Regain that trust in divine timing, because I know what it's like when the odd circumstances happen in our lives that don't feel like they're resonating with our purpose. You know, we feel pushed away from our direction, and so we tell ourselves like, bad things come in threes. You know, everything is falling apart associated to my career. You know, like, why is everything going wrong? And the next minute we're expecting it to continue going wrong, things start falling apart. If you expect the shit, you will find the shit. Instead, communicate into the universe in the same way we communicate to friends and family, listening as well as speaking. Like, we can't just shout things out into the abyss and say, I need this, I want this in a particular way, like this needs to happen, this is my desire. Come on. Start seeing the messages, the lessons inside of the circumstances that come about, and start manifesting into our life straight after we've asked for something. Things might break, you know, things might unfold in really strange ways. What are they trying to say? So instead of getting angry about something or saying something in anger to somebody who made the situation turn out in a certain way, ask ourselves, how can I play my part, act and dance within the direction of where it is I am calling forward, like what reality I am drawing in. Take in the world around you as a separate entity to yourself, and we can be a bit more choosy with the energy we want to take in, and how much we want certain things in our life to affect us. How much do we want to be irritated by noise happening around us, and how much do we want to take in beauty for everything it is? As the saying goes, don't dress for the job that you have, dress for the job that you want. What does that manifestation need you to be today? By working in the now. Moving away from language that says things such as, one day I will, I want to be. You know what it is that you want to be, what reality you want to see around you. So how will that reality make you act and feel? Money manifestations is a good example to demonstrate that. If I was trying to bring about £1,000 out of nowhere, I needed it, how would seeing that land in my bank account feel? I can breathe again. What energy do you have around you that can trigger those kind of emotions? It won't be easy at first because you've been living fear thinking patterns. They've run the ship for so long that it's going to be really hard if all of those neurons are like working in all these directions of your brain, and then there's one little positive one that's trying to like listen to music and make you feel upbeat sits there. It's going to feel very like cornered and overwhelmed, and that is particularly relevant with manifestations that don't deliver immediate results. So if you're trying to manifest a partner, your work colleague, the universe, isn't going to plonk a new man in your garden. I mean, that's not really how the laws of nature works. In the same way as time isn't a natural occurrence, it's simply planetary arrangements in the sky and how they move. We need to be able and willing to step into new spaces and new energy and new flow if we are asking for new things. New things don't come with old energy. If you're asking for a beautiful relationship, but you tense up and fear things such as socializing with new people or blind dates, doing things that are like, yeah, they're a bit scary. But actually, did you know our brain doesn't know the difference between anxiety and excitement. It doesn't know the difference. They actually manifest the same kind of bodily reactions when you feel fear, nerves. You get kind of jittery and your body like gives you those butterflies. Excitement manifests the same kind of reactions, and excitement is attached to newness, exploration, and diving into areas that, yes, make you feel certain particular ways, but that's simply because it's new. And like a muscle that can be practiced, you can get more and more used to seeing anxiety in your life result in amazing things. So actually taking yourself into new environments, mingling with people. We put the ingredients together, we put all of that on a baking tray, we plonk it in the oven, and we go and watch TV or we have a conversation on the phone. We don't sit at the oven door and just wait and watch, thinking that if we don't, it's not going to happen. And we really don't open the oven door to check that it's cooking. We know it's cooking. The oven is on. We know that when the time is, right, when the alarm goes off, we will then open the door. So don't sabotage what's cooking by opening the oven door, handing the baton over to the universe to give it its time and moment to speak up, and you're giving it the time of day. That's a really magical moment when we realize all of the things that it has done for us and how divine timing has worked for us. The how is always the effortless part of the process. The Secret, for example, speaks a lot about finding a check note, writing on it the date that you want to receive a certain amount of money. That's very, very specific. Like to write a date that you're going to receive something and then to write the amount you're going to receive as well. Just keep your flow in the direction of the things that you want. Keep that abundance flowing, and when abundance arrives in all kinds of forms, receiving like home baked goods and like feeling appreciated by people, that builds your energy, lifts you up. When you feel more abundant in life, you glow, you become a bit more magic, therefore way more likely to manifest money. If money is a part of what abundance means to you, because otherwise you might be more likely to shut down particular doors that are trying to open exactly that £10,000, but because it doesn't have £10,000 on the door, you're like, I'm not going to go down that door. Whereas if you're just manifesting abundance, a door arises there and it has connotations to abundance for you. An appointment with an estate agent, just to talk about your financial situation so you can potentially start viewing houses to buy. That's not a door that says, if you have this conversation, you'll reach £10,000. But that's almost like momentum, swinging you into financial discussion, maybe financial action advice, and therefore who knows where that can take you. Which is why I hate it so much when people want to manifest people. They want a loving relationship, yet they're not a loving person. They just like reek of negativity. They're not open to the exact traits and essence that love needs. Love attracts love. Abundance attracts abundance. Energetically, things are constantly trying to communicate and push us into places which our conscious is really concerned about. If only we were there to see them through.